Hey, what's up everyone? Today I want to show you guys a very quick video on one of my favorite light modifiers, which is going to be the Aputure Light Dome SE. So this is a very reasonably priced modifier at $100 from Aputure. Of course, it's going to be a pretty high quality product since it is made by Aputure, but again, it comes in at that very nice budget price. If you're looking at other light domes, they come in somewhere around the neighborhood of $200, $250. So this one's definitely a lot more affordable. Let's see what it has to offer. So opening it up here, you guys can see a couple of compartments. Up here on the top, we have the actual light dome itself. Then in the middle, we have the speed ring. This is going to be what you use to actually set this thing up. Up top, we're going to have 2 layers of diffusion as well as a middle diffusion. And then down here, we also have a grid. So inside of this, here is the light dome itself. You get 2 spare fiberglass rods in case one of them breaks. You can always replace it. All right, so a lot of people really complain about this, and I kind of don't get it. It's not hard to set up, and it doesn't really take that much time. So all you're going to need to do is just undo all of the Velcro straps right here. What I like to do is just kind of fold them down so that way all of the rods are exposed. Then take your speed ring here, and you'll notice that there's a couple of red dots, one here, 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 and here. And there's a couple of rods here that have red on them. So just put the speed ring in the middle, rotate it around, find your first red rod, and put it into the hole where the red is. Then go ahead and find the opposite one. That's going to be here. Put that one in, and you'll see that we're already making some progress. Then just take this one, slide that in, and then our last one, put that in. And you see that now we have our first little setup done. Now all we need to do is just follow these arrows. So you can see here, there's an arrow here, 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 and here. So we'll take this rod here, put it into this arrow. Then I like to do opposites. So if we put this one in, we'll put this one in next. Do that. And then we'll take the adjacent one and then the opposite of that. Now from here, there's no other markers to tell you what to do. I just like to go in the same procedure that we've been doing. So I'll put this one in next, and then I'll put this one in. It does take a little bit of force, especially as you're getting towards the end, but it's really not that bad. Like I said, a lot of people on YouTube tend to complain about this, but I really don't think it's that warranted. Honestly, this is a really simple setup, and without talking, I can get this done easily in about a minute or less. So just putting in the middle ones here. Another thing to note is that if you do have a bit of trouble getting these in, what I like to do is, as long as you can get it into the hole, you can just pull up back here and the force will actually drive it straight in. So if you are having difficulty getting all of the rods in, use that. Again, it's not really that hard. You can see that I just finished and it's already pretty much ready to go. So then once you're done there, fold up the flaps that have the textured Velcro on them, and then you can just put these here. I always leave one flap open so that way when I go to mount it to my actual light, I have something to mount it on. All right, so right here we have the Aputure 60XS. So just, of course, remove the Bowens mount cover. Again, like I said, I always like to take my hand here and have one of the Velcro parts open. Then we'll just line it up here. And twist it to lock. As you can see, works pretty much perfectly there. And you have it all set up. Now all you have to do is just simply close up the back here using the Velcro, and you're basically good to go. Now you can just choose from one of the diffusions that's provided, and you can put on the 45-degree grid if you want as well, and you can also put in the 1.5 stop inner baffle if you like. So now that we're mounted here, a couple of specs. The softbox itself is going to be 33.5 inches in diameter. It's going to come with 2 diffusion cloths, so you get a 1.5 stop and you get a 2.5 stop. I've never really used a 2.5 stop since I generally just use this with a 60XS. If you're using a larger light, like say a 600D or something like that, you might want to have a little bit more diffusion, but for this particular light, I think it's just fine. Also, the inner baffle I've never used. Again, there's just really no reason if you're using a light like this. And if you want to use the grid, it's going to be a 45-degree grid, so it'll give you a pretty decent beam spread, but it's going to be a lot more controlled than if you just had the light by itself. So if you want to add in any of those diffusions, I'll show you how to do that. So just for demonstration purposes, if you guys did want to use the baffle, all you have to do is just go in here and you'll find a couple of Velcro slots here. You just simply take the Velcro on the baffle and you find on the softbox itself and just mount it in there, and that'll be it. So that's basically with the inner baffle on. And then if you want to do just the regular diffusion outer, you can just do this. So you can put the diffusion on, it's Velcro, put it on the inner half roughly of the Velcro that's actually on the softbox itself. This will give you enough room to add on the grid if you actually choose to go with a grid option. So again, you get a really nice 45-degree grid right here. All we have to do is just simply do the same thing that we did for the actual regular diffusion. And as you can see, now we have the grid on, so this is basically just going to keep the light very contained into a 45-degree angle from the light source. So as you can see, this is what it looks like when we have it all set up and we have a person or subject to look at. As you can see, the light wraps very nicely around my face here. There's no harsh shadows. Everything is very smooth in terms of fall off, and it's just a basically good look. Again, really, really simple. If you guys want to pick one up, use the links down below, and that will help the channel out a little bit since those are affiliate links. And if you guys do have any other questions about this particular light dome, you can leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll help to answer them as well. And with that being said, definitely make sure to remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.